Let's take a look at our next freestyle drill. And this is going to be one of actually our favorite drills to be able to do. Athletes, we find that really like this drill. This is called the Tarzan Drill. I've also seen it called the Water Polo Strokes. But this is a really nice drill just for kind of helping swimmers really feel like to get their arm speed up and going. So let's go over some of the key details that we look for in this stroke. So starting out here, we're going to be using fins. That'll be the only tool that will, or apparatus that we'll use here. The fins here will just kind of help the body to go forward. We'd like to see this done with a moderate kick just to help again keep everything going forward. But here what we're going to do is really just kind of focus on keeping the arms connected. And what we mean by the connection is just going to have that kind of timing with the stroke so that the arms are just kind of constantly going. So this is going to be a little bit more of an aggressive freestyle drill for connection. So let's go over some of the key things that we see. So we're going to go over here, hand is coming out wide. We like that recovery. Now this is going to be promoting a little bit more of a shoulder driven stroke, which we have a progression series also, for that. So make sure that you're watching that. Here where you have the hand coming in front of the shoulder, right, exactly what we want to see. Other side here is popped up. This side here is reaching as you're going. And then what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting into the catch immediately. So there isn't really any kind of a wasted time. Now, one of our favorite connection drills to do is that salute drill. So if we see where the overarm recovery is going and where the catch hand is going, we kind of see that this is really great connection and great timing and what we really like to see. As we take a look at the other side, here we see the arm being in that nice wide position, relaxed, and then we're coming in here in front of the shoulder. Great entry point right there. Love the fact that the fingertips here are getting down and then getting into that catch right away. And then we kind of see here again where the overarm recovery hand is. We're going right into the catch. So this is again just a really nice connection drill and a drill to be able to do something a little bit different than what we've been doing before. The head stays up and the eyes here to look forward as we're moving through. Yes, this does create a lot of frontal drag. We like just using this kind of from time to time. And then we're just going to keep repeating as we're moving through. The kick here, we'd like to see just to be a little bit more aggressive. Feet here are nice and pointed. Now remember, just as we talk about with our kick, we like the very natural bend in the kick as we're moving through the water. What we don't want to see is the legs kind of coming up like this, because then we'll be kicking a lot of air. However, what we would like to see is when the foot does raise up to its highest point right here, what we would like to see then is the athletes really think about kicking aggressively down. And by aggressive, we mean like you're kicking a ball and you got to be able to kick it forward. Meaning then the kick is going to go a little bit under the body, but then what we want to do is then just return it up here, up toward then to the surface. And we just kind of keep repeating the cycle, and it just kind of keeps everything. We're looking just for those same points as we're moving through. As we're going to then switch here momentarily to that underwater view. So here, perfect. See how this kick here? So we are kicking naturally a little bit deeper just because of the change in the body position. Normally in freestyle, we're going to have this little bit flat, maybe a little bit elevated. This Tarzan drill, we are very elevated as we're going through. So the feet are going to be very naturally under the body. But this is a good opportunity to kind of teach the athletes about the kick and making sure that we want to have the feet be a little bit here under the body as we're going through. And there's a lot of white water. So just the challenge with this one will be bringing the feet up a little bit toward the surface. So we're going to go here to our return view, get a different perspective. Here, beautiful job coming in on top of that shoulder line. Great wide entry. Again, here, really good entry point. Head here stays up. We look forward. This side, really nice wide entry. Recovery, sorry, over as we're going over the water. And we just keep repeating that cycle, really focusing on good connection here on both sides as we're going through the water. So here that hand is getting connected and pulling down as that hand's right there, passing the ears, and we kind of then see the same thing on the other side. So this is really good movement here by our athlete. We'll switch here to underwater because we also really like this from a catch standpoint. We'll start out here on our left side. So we like the hands pulling along the body. So here as we enter in, we're getting into the catch immediately. And then as we set the shape, right here, what we see, great power triangle. Why we also like this drill even more so from an underwater perspective, because if you see right here, we're able to really hold the shape of that triangle, have really good height of the elbow, great hand positioning right there, and we're just able to pull through. Then we take a look here at the other side. Overall pretty good on this side. So we'd like to see just that hand be a little bit closer to the body right here, but overall this probably would still be on the outer part of our range of what we would like to see, and then we pull through. So if you have athletes that really tend to pull wide or tend to pull very, very deep, this is a great drill also from that aspect. And then we're just very consistent with that. So overall, if you found some great value out of this, be sure to drop a like and subscribe.